Hello everyone, and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Tete, and I offer you information on how to apply for postgraduate courses and scholarships ranging from Erasmus Mundus to scholarships in the UK and beyond. If this is the first time you are watching any video on my channel, you are gladly welcome to the community. Kindly hit on the subscription button and then the post notifications so that as and when I release a new video, you would be the first to be notified. Don't forget to give a thumbs up for this video to help us circulate and then increase our numbers as a community. So today we would be looking at the LSHTM Fund Scholarship. LSHTM basically stands for the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, and they have a fund, and we would be looking at the scholarship for 2024 to 2025. All right, so let's get straight into the video. So before we get straight into the video, let me talk about Embark Student and then we proceed, all right? So Embark Student is the primary student accommodation platform with more than 1 million beds in over 20,000 properties, okay, across 200 cities worldwide. So with Embark Student, your student housing search ends, okay? So you get to see verified properties where landlord can't cheat you because Embark Student has already verified the properties. Also, the prices are affordable. You can cancel it. You can also book your accommodation now and then pay later. And there are also exclusive offers. Don't worry, I am going to put my direct link that shows that I recommended you for Embark Student into my description so that you can use it and you can get some exclusive offers. All right, so this is the direct page where the link brings you, and then you fill in your details, your email address, your code, your mobile number. Regardless of the country that you are in, you can get access to Embark Students. They might call you, give you a call once you fill in your details, and then you tell them more about your needs, and then they can sort out the accommodation for you. So if you've been watching videos on my channel, we get to talk about Erasmus Mundus Scholarships, where you get to travel from one country to another. Embark Student is for you because you need to change your housing every semester. So once you talk to Embark Student about this, they can help you secure your accommodation even before you move to your next destination. Also, studying in UK, whether in the University of Glasgow, University of Lancaster, Derby, or the universities we have mentioned, once you use Embark Student, you can be able to secure your housing even before you get to the university. And one good thing about Embark Student is that most of the housing that they secure you are closer to a university, so you get to save a lot of money. All right, so you fill in the details here and someone from Embark Student is definitely going to contact you. Right now, we are on the website of the LSHTM Fund Scholarship for 2024 and 2025. And let me just read the important parts to you. Okay, so these scholarships have been made possible by donors to the LSHTM Fund, supported by hundreds of alumni and friends. The LSHTM Fund provides scholarships for the next generation of global health leaders. This year's 2 scholarships are intended to support excellent candidates who would be unable to take up a place of study without this financial support. All right, so that means what? 2 scholarships are available for 2024 to 2025, and the scholarship award comprises of 2024 to 2025 tuition fees at the overseas field rate, including mandatory field trip fees, and then a tax-free stipend. That's a living allowance of £19,500. Okay, so your tuition is covered for 1 year, including all your field trip fees, and also you are given a monthly allowance or a living stipend of £19,500 in total. Okay, so this are the details of the award. Let's move on to the eligibility criteria. All right. So the scholarship is open to applicants intending to study on a 1-year full-time London-based master's program at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine in 2024 to 2025. Okay. So to be eligible for these scholarships, applicants must meet all the following criteria. Okay, so you have to be a national and resident in low to middle income countries as defined by the World Bank. If you are wondering if your country is still part of low to middle income countries, you can just click on the link here and it's going to take you to the list by the World Bank, but it includes most African countries. And if you are coming from Ghana or Nigeria, that means you are eligible. All right, and if you intend to return to a low to middle income country on completion of your master's degree. So with this scholarship, for you to be eligible, you have to demonstrate that you intend to return to either your home country or another low middle income country that is in the list of low middle income countries. You return there to make an impact in that community. The next thing is that you have to confirm in writing that you would not be able to pay for your proposed study of program without the scholarship. All right, so you must demonstrate your financial need, and also you must meet the LSHTM's minimum English language requirement as required by the LSHTM admissions system. You know, I always keep it real with you right here on this channel. If the English language requirement is waivable, I explain to you how it's waivable. But however, after going through the English language requirements for LSHTM, I believe you have to fulfill the English language requirement. And that means that you must pass one English language test, either the IELTS or the TOEFL. Okay. So, the link is here. You can just click on it. And when you click on it, it brings you to the English language requirement page. And there are a lot of questions here that people have asked. And these were the questions that I went through, and I was able to determine that you still have to provide your English language test if you are coming from Ghana or Nigeria. Okay, so that is it. You need your English language test to be available for this scholarship or to be eligible for this scholarship. So bear that in mind. All right, so we move on to the next criteria. You need at least a first or second class honors undergraduate degree of a UK university or an overseas qualification of an equivalent standard. Okay, so if you are below second class upper, then this scholarship is not appropriate for you to apply to. All right, and then the last requirement is that you must hold an offer of admission for 2024 to 2025 for one of LSHTM's London-based intensive master's program of study. All right, so we are going to explore, once we are able to explore the eligibility criteria, I'm going to show you how you can apply for your course. And don't worry, I would be inserting the relevant links in the description so that you can be able to navigate the whole process very smooth. All right, so the selection panel awarding this highly competitive scholarship will consider applicants' experience, qualifications, and potential, looking for those with the greatest potential to accelerate in their career and make significant contributions to public and then global health and or health-related research in a low to middle income country following a year's study at LSHTM. Okay, so let's move on to how to apply. Applying to this scholarship is done in 2 simple steps. Yeah, and bear in mind the deadline for application is Monday, the 4th of March 2024. So bear that in mind. So the first step is that you have to submit an application for the 2024 to 2025 master's program, and it has to be London based. All right, so you just click on the MSc program of study. I have clicked on it already, so I'll just move there, and then I would like to let you know that I would also insert it in the description so you can download, so that you can navigate and move to that page very easily. So these are the courses that you could apply to, so you can explore the programs that you could apply to. Okay, so let's just say we are exploring MSc Climate Change and Planetary Health, so we click on it. And then you get to read more about the structure of the course, the fees, the funding, the entry requirements, and the rest. We've already spoken about the English language requirements already. So you need a good class, first class or second class upper honors, so that way you could be able to qualify for the scholarship as well. Okay, so you could read more about the course you intend to apply for, and then when you click on how to apply, it gives you the deadlines for the courses. But our deadline is focused on the scholarship because you need to gain admission before you can apply for the scholarship. So I'll encourage you to focus more on the scholarship deadline. All right. So then the next thing is that we go to the application portal. I'm going to insert the application portal in the description so that navigation becomes very, very easy for you. Now that we are done with step 1, we are moving on to step 2. Okay, so in your application to study, you should select the scholarships you are applying for in the funding details part of the application form. If you do not select the LSHTM Fund Scholarship on your application, you will not be considered for this funding. Okay, so remember the application portal where we came to. Yeah, so once you get to create your account and then register your account, you fill in your details. Once you are filling in your details, you are going to get a section where it's written funding details, which is part of the application. Okay, so listen attentively. This is where you apply for the scholarship. Once you get to the part where they've written funding details, make sure that you look for LSHTM Fund Scholarship on the application portal, and you would find it, and then you select it so that you would be considered for that funding. If you do not select it, then you will not be considered for the funding. Okay, so that is it. And then the next thing that you have to do is also attach a scholarships application form to your application to study completed in step 1. Okay, so we would explore the scholarship application form in a minute, but I just want to explain something to you. So when you download the scholarship form and then you fill it, make sure that you export it as a PDF. And once you are on the application portal where you get to upload your documents such as your school transcripts, your school certificate, your CV, your recommendation letter, you will also upload this scholarship application form. Okay, so just bear that in mind. I've already downloaded it, but then you just click on scholarship application form and it is going to download it for you to be able to fill it. Okay, so let's just explore the form now. So this is what the form looks like. You put in your name, the program of study. But before you fill this form, I would advise you to watch my video on how to write a statement of purpose. And once you have been able to understand how you can write a statement of purpose, it's going to broaden your world view. And once you have broadened your world view, once you're exploring these questions, it will be much easier for you to be able to understand and answer all these questions. But bear in mind, in answering these questions, there are word limits. I beg of you, do not pass the word limits. Okay, so when it says 200 words, it's either below 200 words or exactly 200 words. Don't go beyond 200 words. Okay, and the best way you can do that is that once you have finished typing what you would have to type, just highlight everything. And once you highlight it, when you come down here, Word is going to tell you the number of words you've written. So for instance, let's say, why have you chosen this field of study? Okay, so I type in, I have chosen this field of study because, then you keep going on. Yeah, you keep going on, and after you finish typing, you just highlight everything. Once you highlight everything, Word has written 8 of 432 words. Okay, so the whole form is 432 words, but the words that you've highlighted are 8 words. Okay, so this is your word count, 8 words. So that is how you can check your word count. All right. Okay, so then you can read through the questions, and once you've watched the video on how to write a statement of purpose, it would help you immensely. All right, so this is the form. We go back to the application portal. So now that you have filled the form, you upload it together with your other documents on the application portal. All right, I'm going to insert all the relevant links so that it becomes easier for you to navigate. So now that is all you have to know about the application process. Once you complete step 1, you move to step 2, and then you are good to go. So let's read the important information part, and then we are good to go. Okay, so you can read about all the important information that you need to know, but I wouldn't want to waste much time, so I just need to hit on some key things that you have to note, and then you can read further once you are applying for the program. The first thing I want you to know is that there's an application fee. There's an application fee of £50. So you need to bear that in mind. And then it is recommended that you submit your scholarship application 2 or 3 days before the deadline. Okay, once again, remember the deadline is on Monday, 4th March 2024. So it is advisable to send it probably on the Friday, that would be the 1st of March, before the Monday, the 4th of March. Okay, so you can do that, because it is stated here that if you miss the deadline, then you would not be able to qualify for the scholarship. Okay, because incomplete or late applications will not be considered for this funding. Okay, so bear that in mind. Okay, and another important part that I want to read about is that applicants whose application for study is successful will be asked to pay a deposit within 28 days of the offer of admission being sent. Applicants applying for the scholarship at LSHTM must email the admissions team to advise that they are awaiting the scholarship outcome. Applicants must provide the admissions team with both the name of the scholarship and the expected decision date in this email, and this must be repeated for every application for which the applicant has applied. Okay, the admissions team will then extend the deposit deadline to match the decision deadline of the scholarship. So what this basically implies is that once you apply for the scholarship, the decision date is not yet in and you have received your offer, the school might ask you to pay a deposit. But what you have to do is that you have to send an email to the admissions team and tell them that you have applied for the LSHTM scholarship and that you are awaiting decision. Okay, and once you let them know that, they are going to extend the deposit deadline until the day you receive your scholarship decision. And once you receive your scholarship decision, you do not have to pay any deposit. Okay, so bear that in mind. If you have any further inquiries about the scholarship, there's an email here, scholarships@lshtm.ac.uk, and you could send them an email anytime you have a question. Also, you can leave your questions in the comment section, and I would address them when I see them. So that is all you need to know, but please do make sure to read the important information again. I have just highlighted on the most important parts that I think you should be wary about. Okay, so I wish you all the best in your application. Stay blessed, and I will definitely catch you on the flip side. I'm out.